Hey everyone!
Welcome back to your My Ninja Academy. Today we're going to go through Boruto using Jogan to revive Naruto after Konoha was destroyed. If you would like to see more about Naruto on our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our ninja. Before starting the highlight of the video, we will introduce in a summarized way what is Jogan. Jogan is a dojutsu awakened by Boruto Uzumaki in his right eye and allows him to see chakra imperceptible to ordinary eyes. In the manga, the dojutsu is unexpressive in appearance and with a barely visible pupil. When depicted in the anime, the dojutsu had a bluish color with a darkened sclera and a visible pupil. Initially, when used during his time at the academy, Boruto did not appear to have the ability to activate it at his command. Instead, the eye would involuntarily activate when Boruto focused his attention on a particular person or some object. As a young man, he demonstrated the ability to activate it at will. Before taking control of this dojutsu, Boruto would involuntarily activate it in the presence of dangerous or hidden enemies. With this, he is able to see the flow of chakra, allowing him to identify changes in chakra, track a target through chakra, as well as find weak points. He can also see through invisible barriers that connect between different dimensions. Byakugo seal, as we know, stores chakra in raw form until it is used. Jogan, also known as pure eyes, can require chakra in its purest form, hence the name Pure Eye, to activate. Karma also stores Atatsuki chakra in this way, and an Atatsuki god would also attain all known chakra and in its purest form, thus allowing the constant use of various Jogan. This may mean that Boruto may not save people in the future because the Jogan won't let him do that. Karima, as we know, allows Momoshiki to manifest when the user's chakra is depleted. In contrast, his constant chakra absorption properties would create higher chakra reserves for the vessels, thus preventing the Atatsuki from manifest. However, that still doesn't solve how the Atatsuki will eventually take over the vessel. How about Boruto literally summoning a Nu by himself without the need for any contract, but his chakra only allowed his tail to function? Keep in mind, Summary's Nu is only a replica, only close to Kaigaya's secret jutsu, as stated by Sasuke. I don't think the real Nu has fully been summoned yet, and judging from the flashback where Shiki was betrayed by Kagaya, his lower half was missing with a very messy wound. It could be from many types of attacks, but one possibility is Ishiki being bitten in half by a huge creature, probably Kagaya's Nu. We know that the strength of Nus is based on the amount of chakra used to summon it. If my hypotheses are true, the Nu summoned by Kagaya was so strong that it destroyed Ishiki. Boruto may be able to harness that power in the future through Jogan if he can control it. I actually agree with all of your points and similar correspondences to my theory. But in my theory, I called Jogan as the progenitor of all dojutsu, and we saw some aspects of its power, which is that it was able to see the chakra path system with the vulnerable point where it can do the most damage. Basically a very advanced form of Byakugan. Then we saw movement prediction, which is exclusive only to 2T Sharingan and above, chakra speed, attack and defenses, as well as karma. Then we saw movement prediction, which is exclusive only to 2T Sharingan and above, chakra speed, attack and defense, as well as karma. Portal teleportation like Rinnegan, and future seeing like Tensegan. And Jogan also can be called the eye of the all-knowing. These properties of being able to see a weakness or prediction happen when Boruto wanted to find a way to defeat a threat. Jogan may not have an affinity, or rather be made for a specific purpose, but allow the user to obtain any ability that fits the situation. Pure Eye is its translation, meaning that chakra is used in its purest form to provide an eye, which gives the user the power to obtain any ability the Jogan sees fit. To begin, we need to understand that Jogan cannot just be used unless adequate amounts of chakra are present within the user, or alternatively, an external force provides the user with such chakra requirements. Jogan does not behave like a Byakugan or a Sharingan, which require the user to have minimal chakra requirements to manifest. It behaves more like the Tenseigan in some respects, since the Tenseigan disappeared from Toneri after all the chakra was depleted after his fight. Now, with all that in mind, the battle against Shojoji, Boruto depleted his chakra levels to a very low level. While this was happening, Karma advanced further in form, but we see that the markings were located in the forearm area, meaning it was minimal progression. However, Boruto was able to uncontrollably use very basic karma functions, such as jutsu augmentation. His Rasengan was turned on. Thus, the Jogan conditions were far from being met. Lastly, Deepa. Again, Boruto did not have adequate chakra supplies within him. If we count the powered-up Rasengan he used with the help of Team 7, this still would not provide Boruto with any additional chakra reserve, since the power happened while he was expelling/using chakra. In contrast to Boruto versus Momoshiki, Boruto stored the father and son Rasengan within him, using it later in his battle. After releasing the Rasengan, the Jogan immediately disappeared. To be honest, I have a feeling that Jogan would be the price pending in their future conflict. Both Boruto and Momoshiki, through the former, could use it, which means that whoever is in control of the body would cause a big stir in that eye. In short, no, I don't think it would help Boruto, and may in fact be a cause of future. Have the pills taken care of karma? It just depends on how many pills they make. Jogan would just be one more thing for him to add to his already broken arsenal anyway. At this point, it seems that Momoshiki's vast experience would give him the know-how to activate Jogan, since it's known only to the Atatsuki, and it's pretty clear that it comes from Byakugan, or he's the creator of. So it would stand to reason that it would be activated in basically the same or similar way. So what was Momoshiki's purpose in making him the receptacle, knowing well that Jogan controls the resurrection/possession part of karma? Still, it would be a big coincidence and a bit silly that Jogan could suppress the revival. What about the other possibilities? If they don't have the Jogan, they have no salvation, as the only option for them to not have the Atatsuki revive is to kill themselves before the process is completed. And the dojutsu seems to be a unique dojutsu known only to the Atatsuki clan, with Boruto being the only one so far to have it. I don't count the Atatsuki god, as that is just a vision, not an actual character, per se. It would just be cheapening Jogan to just a karma suppression dojutsu, and all the hype dies down after all those theories about his abilities. Many fans have speculated that this would be the moment when the mysterious powers of Jogan become relevant again. But the biggest problem with this is that Jogan is strictly anime canon. Even when Boruto is shown with a white right eye in the first panel of the manga, the eye resembles a Byakugan rather than a Jogan. There is no doubt that Boruto would return to the story, but as of now, fans are extremely confused about how. Some fans have speculated that Sakura might use the same jutsu on Naruto's son that Chiyo used to revive Gaara in Naruto Shippuden, awakening Sadara's Mangekyo Sharingan in the process. I think the things that show Boruto are determined by what seems to be the best possible outcome, not by what Boruto would consider the best way to do it. That way, it can also have a negative effect and not just be so. Also, letting Boruto get the karma seals means that the Jogan saw that Boruto would need Momoshiki in the future. What makes it even more interesting if this theory is right, the Jogan saw the battle with Kawaki and was like, yeah, we're going to need that sadistic Atsutsuki to win. But this is my opinion based on the search for elements and observations of moments in the work. So it's nothing official, but my humble opinion as a fan, creator of content. So if you agree or disagree, the comments field is open to discussion and debates on the subject. That's it. I really hope you enjoy the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of it, as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe, ring that bell so you don't miss out on any content from your favorite Ninja Academy. Ring